Hello everyone, day of Vara, Halloween 2024. Let's see what we can find. We get new paints for Sulin, Sus, Karak and Terrapin. I already made a video about this. We are getting Sus in 3.24.2. Collect kills and earn a killer coin. Yeah, you can hop into Arena Commander and work out your murder muscles in the FPS kill collector mode, which has received a chilling new facelift, where the top slasher will receive an in-game Day of the Vara challenge coin. We have limited time packs, and of course we have new paints. New Purple Haze paints. I so would love to play Jimi Hendrix, but I cannot because of copyright. Those are my prices with my local tax. Purple Haze for paint pack for $29 US. Karak, Terrapin, Sulin and Sus. Very steep prices for paints if you ask me.
I'll take 5.
I know.
And you can also buy those paints individual for each ship. Karak $17, Sulin $4, Terrapin $9 and Sus $7. And like every year, CRG is selling ghoulish green paints. You can either buy a pack or you can buy those paints individual. Yeah, those are really steep prices. The pack contains ghoulish green for Buccaneer, Caterpillar, Corsair, Drake Cutlass, Cutter, Dragonfly, Herald, Mule and Vulture. And like every year, you can buy the Dark Bear Sinister helmets. Either a pack or you can buy them individual. Chris, where are the hex code colors? This year in November we can celebrate hex code colors 8 years later. This is your editor speaking. We interrupt this program for something quite interesting. A thread started by Sir Motte on Spectrum, Day of the Vara Purple Haze paints, lowest possible effort. I love ship paints, the more the merrier if their quality holds up. But what I see with not only the Purple Haze paints is quite disappointing. I know how masking in 2D and 3D software works. I know how color preset linking works. Thus, I can only assume that this was a low effort, done quick and dirty paint job. Let me explain. Image 1, 2 and 3. Masking artifacts, texture, stretching. We can clearly see that the paint mask used was not properly adjusted to the ship it's applied to. Here we have those artifacts. Here too. This is, by the way, nothing new. This happens all the time. CRG is making new paints, new skins. Image 4 and 5, random color application. The lack of any review after altering the color scheme is made clear by looking at areas where the color is randomly applied where it probably shouldn't be. Yeah, you have noticed colors inside the ship where they don't belong. And here too, I don't know exactly where this is. And he's talking about the balance is gone. Lastly, I'm missing contrasts. If you charge 4 to 15 euros per ship paint, I would expect at least a review prior to release. I consider this a shoddy, low effort, low quality wannabe cash grab. You had 1 year to create something that simple, but who am I talking to? Time runs different with this company. We still don't have hex code colors, but CRG is selling very expensive paints and they don't even check their work. I'm making fun of this now and then, but I seriously wouldn't be surprised if some interns worked on this. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
So essentially the process kind of begins with we want to get these pre-configured schemes done. So you could, for example, go off and go, oh, you know what, I want a NASA themed kind of skin, or I want, you know, a District 9 themed skin, or I want a, you know, a pink Hello Kitty themed skin. And then essentially, you know, we as artists create, well, basically the material files. They're tiny in memory. They're so small that we can have like hundreds of them if we want to, because they're all calling the same textures. That's what's done under the hood, okay? Once those material files are created and obviously named accordingly and sanity checked that the emblem is called emblem and the submaterial ID is called submaterial ID 1, 2 and 3, they have to be the same names. That's then handed to tech design to then kind of set that up with the loadout that they're putting together for that ship. Further forward, we want these kind of paint configurations to become hex codes. So if you're in like a guild of 20 players, and the clan leader said, all right, this is our paint scheme, there's going to be no like guessing work. Like, you get the hex code, you put it in there, and it automatically will say, oh, you know what, we've got matte black against yellow against pink, something crazy, and every ship in your fleet, you can put that hex code on and it will automatically go into that color configuration. So there's a lot of kind of cool things, and as artists we do this stuff all day every day, and we were just like, why wouldn't we give the end user this functionality? So that's the overall plan. There is a lot of kind of very things you have to be careful with when you're authoring the shaders for this stuff, so it can accommodate these options, but we're on top of that, and that's kind of, yeah, it's good. That's what we're doing on the initial kind of burst of ships right now. I think it's really cool, and it's really amazing to see, like, today I just kind of caught up with the guys and looked at what we're working on for that stuff, and there's like a fleet of 50 ships, all with different skins, all with different loadouts, and it injects color into the game. You can have your kind of personal things going on, which is kind of cool. If I was going to pick one to fly and customize myself, I've always got a sweet spot for the Avenger. If it was me I'd probably go for a dirty chrome kind of finish. The shape is just kind of so kind of primitive. To get some kind of highly reflective material on it, I think would just look super cool in space. So that's what I would go for.
Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter. My Twitter account is Camural_SC.